Welcome back to Smart Dollar Mindset, the channel dedicated to helping you achieve financial freedom through smart money habits and intentional investing. Today, I want to share something personal, something that's not just theory but an actual plan I'm executing, how I plan to retire by the age of 40. Retiring this early is often seen as impossible, but I want to prove that with a clear vision, consistent action, and the right mindset, it can be done. And even if you don't plan to retire as early as 40, the strategies I'll walk you through can accelerate your journey toward financial independence. The vision behind retiring at 40. Before diving into the numbers and strategies, I want to explain why I'm aiming for 40. For me, retirement doesn't mean sitting on the couch all day or never working again. It means reaching a stage of financial independence where work becomes optional. At 40, I want to have the freedom to choose how I spend my days, whether that's traveling, working on passion projects, or spending more time with family without worrying about bills or a paycheck. I saw people in my family work well into their 60s, sometimes into their 70s, with little time left to enjoy life. I don't want that. I want to take advantage of my healthiest, most energetic years. That's the why, and it's what fuels my how. Step 1. Defining the retirement number. Every retirement plan starts with a number. To retire by 40, I had to figure out, how much will it cost to cover my lifestyle without relying on active work income? I looked at my current expenses, factored in inflation, and asked myself what kind of lifestyle I wanted at 40. For me, I set my target annual expenses at around $60,000 per year. To be safe, I added some cushion for healthcare, travel, and unexpected costs, bringing it closer to $70,000. Using the 4% rule, which is a common rule of thumb in retirement planning, I calculated that I'd need around $1.75 million invested to safely withdraw $70,000 per year. That's the target number that drives my strategy. Step 2. Maximizing income in my 20s and 30s. Reaching a 7-figure portfolio in just over a decade requires more than just saving spare change. It means maximizing my income during my highest earning years. I started by focusing on my career and skill development. Instead of chasing jobs that only paid slightly more, I deliberately built skills that positioned me for higher paying roles, negotiation, leadership, and technical expertise in my field. Every raise, every promotion, every side hustle was reinvested back into my plan. For example, in my late 20s, I turned a $60,000 salary into over $100,000 by leveraging certifications and changing companies. That extra $40,000 per year wasn't lifestyle money, it was fuel for investments. Step 3. Keeping lifestyle creep under control. The biggest danger when your income rises is lifestyle creep. It's tempting to get the new car, move into the bigger house, or upgrade vacations every year. But if I let lifestyle grow at the same pace as income, I'd never have the gap needed to invest aggressively. So instead, I followed a principle: live like I'm making less than I do. When I was making $100,000, I lived like I was earning $60,000. That allowed me to save and invest the other $40,000. I drove used cars, kept my housing costs modest, and resisted the urge to constantly upgrade. A real-life example: a friend of mine doubled his income in his early 30s, but also doubled his spending: new luxury car, expensive dinners, high-rent apartment. At 35, he has almost nothing saved. Meanwhile, by avoiding that trap, I'm stacking assets that will free me decades earlier. Step 4. Aggressive but smart investing. Saving is just the first step. Investing is where the magic happens. My strategy centers around low-cost index funds, a strong mix of dividend stocks, and real estate. I allocate heavily into the S&P 500 and total market index funds for growth. Dividends provide consistent cash flow and can be reinvested to accelerate compounding. Real estate adds diversification and a tangible hedge against inflation. For example, I purchased a rental property in my early 30s. The property not only pays for itself, but the cash flow helps cover part of my annual expenses, reducing the amount I'll need from my portfolio in retirement. That's a practical piece of my retire by 40 puzzle. Step 5. Automating and staying consistent. It's one thing to say I'll save and invest, but consistency is what builds wealth. I automate everything: contributions to my 401k, automatic transfers into my brokerage, and reinvestment of dividends. By automating, I remove emotion and temptation from the process. I also avoid trying to time the market. Dollar cost averaging into investments month after month, regardless of market ups and downs, ensures steady growth over time. Step 6. Tax efficiency. Another major part of my plan is minimizing taxes. I maximize my Roth 401k and Roth IRA contributions, take advantage of employer matches, and strategically use taxable brokerage accounts for flexibility. The idea is to not only build wealth but to keep more of it in my pocket by paying less in taxes over the long run. For example, splitting contributions between tax-advantaged accounts and taxable accounts ensures I'll have flexibility at 40, since I can't withdraw from retirement accounts penalty-free until later ages. Step 7. Building multiple income streams. Retiring by 40 doesn't mean cutting off income completely. It means having optional income streams that provide flexibility and security. That includes rental income, dividends, and side hustles that don't feel like work. For instance, my YouTube channel Smart Dollar Mindset is one of those potential streams. Even modest ad revenue and sponsorships can cover specific expenses in retirement, allowing my investment portfolio to stretch further. Step 8. Emergency funds and safety nets. I also keep a strong emergency fund. Even with millions invested, having liquid cash for unexpected expenses keeps me from tapping into investments at the wrong time. That cushion ensures peace of mind, which is just as important as the dollars themselves. Step 9. Periodic reassessment. A plan isn't static. Every year, I review my progress. Am I hitting my savings targets? Is my portfolio growth on track? Have my expenses changed? This constant check-in ensures I stay aligned with the retirement by 40 goal. Final thoughts. Retiring by 40 isn't about luck or hitting the lottery. It's about building a system, defining a clear target, maximizing income, keeping lifestyle in check, investing aggressively, and reassessing along the way. The most important lesson is that early retirement is a byproduct of intentional decisions made daily. Every time I choose to invest instead of splurge, every time I let compounding do its work, I'm buying back my future. And here's the best part, even if I don't hit 40 exactly, I'll still reach financial independence far earlier than the traditional retirement age of 65. That's the power of the plan. So, whether your goal is 40, 50, or simply to retire earlier than most, the blueprint is the same. Focus on income growth, control your spending, invest smart, and stay consistent. If you found value in this breakdown of my retirement plan, make sure to subscribe to Smart Dollar Mindset for more strategies on achieving financial freedom. Together, we're building not just wealth, but a mindset that unlocks a life of choice and independence.